Hi students, this is Anita again and I am one of the OIT trainers at Ellen's Academy, and today I am going to discuss a reading part with you because I see that many candidates are failing in reading section these days. So I am just going to show you how to do reading part B today. And as you know that for both B and C altogether you have a total of 45 minutes. So, in part B you have to answer 6 questions, and they will give you 6 short text consisting of 100 to 150 words, and from each text you will have to answer one question, and it is a multiple choice question. You will get 3 options and you have to choose the right answer from it, and you will get at least 2 minutes to spend with each question, because you have a total of 45 minutes to answer 22 questions. Okay, so in part B you have 6 questions. Okay, so now I am going to tell you how to do part B. Okay, so I'll just show you one question. So when you get part B, you should not read the question and answer options in the beginning. You just read the text. Okay, and when you read the text itself, you can underline the keywords. Okay, so here the heading is given medicine cupboard keys. Okay, so this is something they are talking about cupboard keys. Okay, and say, let me tell you one thing, in reading part B mostly you will get some text related to policy documents or from procedural documents, or some policies and procedures you do in your units or in your workplace. So everything will be related to your workplace only. Okay, so here they are talking something about medicine cupboard keys. Okay, so let me read the text for you. The keys for the controlled cupboard are the responsibility of the nurse in charge. Okay, so here let me underline. So you already know that this is talking something about keys, so you don't have to underline that. Okay, so keys for the controlled drug cupboard are the responsibility of the nurse in charge, and they may be, okay, so you have to underline these words, they may be passed to a registered nurse in order for them to carry out their duties and return to the nurse in charge. Okay, and if the keys for the controlled drug cupboard go missing, the locks must be changed and the pharmacy informed and an incident form completed. The controlled drug cupboard keys should be kept separately from the main body of keys. Apart from in exceptional circumstances, okay, the keys should not leave, okay, the keys should not leave the ward or department, and if necessary the nurse in charge should arrange for the keys to be held in a neighboring ward or a department by the nurse in charge there. Okay, so first you should read and understand the text. Okay, so here it is talking about the medicine cupboard keys and the responsibility, everything is given here. So first you need to read and understand the text. Okay, so now you read the question. The guideline extract says that the nurse in charge, okay, something they are asking, the nurse, what the nurse in charge should do. Okay, so you can underline, the nurse in charge must supervise the opening of the controlled drug cupboard. Okay, the first option is must supervise the opening of the controlled drug cupboard, and the second one is the nurse in charge should make sure that all ward cupboard keys are kept together. Okay, you have to underline these keywords, and whenever you read the answer options you have to begin from the question also. Okay, see, like here, the nurse in charge must supervise the opening, the nurse in charge should make sure that all ward cupboard keys are kept together. Then the last option, the nurse in charge can delegate a responsibility for the cupboard keys to another ward. Okay, so three options are given here, and see, when you read the text, you will understand there is something talking about all these three options. Okay, so in part B you will see that all the options will be given in the text also, but there will be some keywords, so you should be very careful about these keywords. Okay, so the first option, it says that must supervise the opening of the controlled drug cupboard. Okay, see, even though it says that the cupboard keys are the responsibility of the nurse in charge, they may be passed to a registered nurse in order for them to carry out their duties. Okay, so they can pass these keys to the registered nurse, and there is nothing written about the supervision. Okay, so you can eliminate that. So this is the wrong answer. Okay, and the second option, should make sure that all ward cupboard keys are kept together. Okay, but here in the text it is written that the control cupboard keys should be kept separately from the main body of keys. Okay, so it's not kept together. Okay, it should be kept separately from other keys. So this is also wrong one. So now we have only one option, and here it says that they can delegate the responsibility for the cupboard keys to another ward. And see, here it is written that if necessary, the nurse in charge should arrange for the keys to be held in a neighboring ward. Okay, if necessary, we can give these keys to the neighboring ward or the department also. Okay, so this is true. We can delegate the responsibility for the cupboard keys to another ward. Okay, so this is the right answer. Okay, and let me tell you one more thing. Mostly the reading answer options, if you look at these options, here it says must, it says should. Must and should, it shows compulsion. We should do it, we must do it. Okay, and the answer option says can. Okay, and I have noticed one thing, that whenever the words like must, should, have to, never, ever, only. Okay, if the answer options contain any of these words, mostly 99.9% these answer options will be wrong. Okay, and the options that contain can, maybe, okay, like possible, perhaps, okay, half, okay, all these answer options mostly they are the right answer. Okay, so here I hope you understand the criteria to find out the right answer. First you have to practice eliminating the wrong answers, then choose the right answer. Okay, and let me do another one. I'll show you one more example. Okay. Okay, so here they are talking something about post-mortem consent. Okay, a senior member of the clinical, a senior member of the clinical team, preferably the consultant in charge of the care. Okay, senior member, preferably the consultant in charge of the care, should raise the possibility of a post-mortem examination with the most appropriate person to give consent. Okay, the person consenting will need an explanation. Okay, need an explanation of the reasons for the postpartum examination and what it hopes to achieve. The first approach, okay, the first approach should be made as soon as it is apparent that a postmortem examination may be desirable, as there is no need to wait. Okay, no need to wait until the patient has died. Okay, many relatives are more prepared for the, many relatives are more prepared for the consenting procedure if they have had time to think about it beforehand. Okay, so the text is talking something about post-mortem consent. Now let me read the question. Okay, when seeking consent when seeking consent for a postpartum examination, it is necessary to, അത്യാവശ്യമാണ്, okay, it is necessary to give a valid reason for conducting it. Next, it is necessary to allow all relatives the opportunity to decline it. Okay. It is necessary to only erase the subject after death has occurred. Okay. So, we will just go through all these options. Okay. Give a valid reason for conducting it. Okay. See, the consultant should raise the possibility of postmortem examination with the most appropriate person to give consent. The person consenting will need an explanation of the reasons for the postmortem examination. Okay. So, we need to explain to the concerned person regarding the reasons for the postmortem examination. Okay. So, we need to give a valid reason for conducting it. That's true. And if you look at the other two options, allow all relatives to the opportunity to decline it. Okay. See here, it doesn't say anything about declining. Okay. See, the first approach should be, as there is no need to wait. Many relatives are more prepared for the consenting procedure if they have had time to think about it beforehand. Okay. See, they are not saying anything about a declination. Okay. So, this is wrong. And the next one is only raise the subject after death has occurred. But here it is written, no need to wait until the patient has died. Okay. No need to wait until the patient has died. Okay. So, the third option is also wrong. The first option is the right answer. Okay. So, this is how you need to do the reading. So, let me show you some more questions. Okay. So, here, okay, the next one is manual extract spacer devices for asthma patients. Okay. So, something they are talking about spacer devices. Okay, spacer devices remove the need for coordination between actuation of a pressurized metered dose inhaler and inhalation. In addition, the device allows more time for evaporation of the propellant so that a larger proportion of the particles can be inhaled and deposited in the lungs. Spacer devices are particularly useful for patients with a poor inhalation technique, for children, for patients requiring higher doses for nocturnal asthma, and for patients prone to candidiasis with inhaled corticosteroids. The size of the spacer is important. The larger spacers with a one-way valve being most effective. It is important to prescribe a spacer device that is, okay, spacer device that is compatible with the metered dose inhaler. Spacer devices should not be regarded as interchangeable. Patients, okay, it should not be interchangeable. Okay. And patients should be advised not to switch between, okay, should be advised not to switch between spacer devices. Okay. So, this is the extract, and let me read the question for you. Okay. What does this manual tell us about spacer devices? Okay. Patients should try out a number of devices with their inhaler. They enable a patient to receive more of the prescribed medicine. Children should be given spacers which are smaller than those for adults. Okay. So, if you look at these options, patients should try out a number of devices with their inhaler. Okay. See, it is important to prescribe a spacer device that is compatible with the metered dose inhaler. Okay. So, patient should never try number of devices with their inhaler. They should use only the prescribed spacer device. Okay, so this is the wrong one. Next one, they enable a patient to receive more of the prescribed medicine. So, here somewhere here it is written that, okay, see, so that a larger proportion of the particles can be inhaled. Kando. So, it is written that they enable a patient to receive more of the prescribed medicine. So, this is the right answer. Okay. And the next one we will just look. Children should be given spaces which are smaller than those for adults. But here it is written the larger spaces with a one-way valve being most effective. Okay. For both children and adults, we should use larger spaces. It is nothing written that the children should be given spaces which are smaller. Okay. Instead, it is written larger spaces. So, this is the wrong answer. Okay. So, this is how you need to read and understand the text, as well as this is the way you do the part B. Okay, so I hope this is effective for you, and please practice this way. I am sure you will be able to get good scores in your exams. So, thank you so much.